Hey, y'all. Yes, we are here. We're both unmuted. I'm gonna bring FashionCoder on real quick, to see if y'all can hear her, but maybe I can't for some reason. So let me, without further ado, and thank you everyone for your patience and for standing by. uh, I proudly present to you Rachel, aka FashionCoder.
Hi, everyone.
Hey,
Can you
can you
hear me?
guys hear her? Bueller, maybe
Yes.
talk a little bit more. I
No?
can't even
Oh,
hear myself, so maybe there is something wrong on my
um,
end. You can hear me. Can you go ahead and talk, Rachel?
Hi, you guys. And yeah, it looks like someone can hear me. Yes, yes.
It's definitely me, you guys. I can't hear anything. So I am so sorry. Um, Let me figure out why I can't hear a damn thing. Cool. All right. Awesome. Okay, so this is good. Um, Here's what I'm gonna do. Since Since I can't hear anything, let me take a look at my little questionnaire real quick. Um, I apologize in advance. This is a little strange, but I'm gonna go ahead and let Rachel speak while I figure my shit out. So as y'all know, this is Woman Crush Wednesday. This is a space where we're here to uplift and promote women in the crypto space. And my guest today is like hot on the scene right now. She's been in crypto for a while. She's going to tell us a little bit about that part of her journey. And she has just kind of blown up with all these really awesome, super helpful tutorials on testnet and what's going on there. I've watched a good chunk of them. They're great. I love that everything is very succinct and precise. So without further ado, my first question, so that we can get this going and I can figure things out, is go ahead and let everyone know, how did you get into the crypto space?
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Wild SJ. Thanks for having me as your Woman Crush Wednesday. This is super fun, and I'm glad that I can talk. Let's see. So I got into crypto over 3 years ago. It was actually through my dad. Can you hear me? Oh, good. Okay. And so it was actually through my dad. He is an electrical engineer, but was doing day trading on futures. And so he heard about crypto through, just being a part of that world. And so I think he tested it out just a little bit. And he's like, hey, you should put some money into this. So I threw $400 in, and I had to wait on Binance for a week before it was accessible to move it to any other coins. And it stressed the heck out of me because I was like, oh no, like I'm not going to get into the coins that I want at the price that I want. And it was actually a really good thing that I had to hold Ethereum for that week because it doubled. So it was super cool. I got into Ethereum at $83 compared to, what it is now. And then I ended up going in and then trading into other coins. But after that week, it was definitely something where I was like, oh my gosh, like I totally believe in crypto. So I left it for about a year and then got back into it, back into investing more and more. And ever since then, it's always been something on my radar, but I definitely have blindly followed my father. He has done all the research and everything up until maybe about a year ago, where I thought, you know what, if I'm going to be putting so much money into this, I should probably do my own research as well. So then that's when I started to get into the field of doing my research and everything. And I just thought, hey, like I might as well start a YouTube channel. Like I help so many of my friends with this. It started taking a lot of my time. And so I thought, hey, like I'll just make a couple of videos. They can go watch those. And then I've ended up getting more traction with people that are outside of like my friend group that I've been helping, which has been awesome. And yeah, so that's how I became a part of crypto and what I'm doing now.
Yay! Also, thanks everyone. It was totally my bad. And I'm so sorry, Rachel. She was trying to like fix things and switch mics and browsers, and it was my fault the whole time. So, anyways, we are here now. Okay, so that's cool. So, when you started doing your own research, let me see. Well, I guess before we go on to that, let me ask you first. as someone, so how long ago was that? I missed just the very beginning. How long have you been in the crypto space? How long ago
So
did you
for
get in?
over 3 years.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So that's a good chunk of time. What would you say? What is your best piece of advice for anyone who right now is looking into crypto and is thinking, "Oh, what is this? Should I do anything with this?" What would you say to them?
Yeah, I think I would tell them that the best time to buy is now. Like, if you don't get into it now, like, you are going to be missing out on an opportunity. And so, like, instead of looking in the past and being like, oh, I could have gotten these coins at this price or this price, usually the best time is now because it's just good to get your foot in the door, right? And so I think that's my advice, is to do that. And then also, it's okay not to know everything. Like, I've been in this space for 3 years and
Mhm.
I feel like I don't know a ton. And so it's okay to not know a lot of things within crypto because it's so vast and things change every single day.
Yep, very true. Very true. So you said that you started doing your own research, which is awesome and brilliant. How did you end up finding Hex
Yeah, so it was actually through my
or
dad.
Pulse Chain? Okay.
Yeah, and so he invested like early 2020, and he, would invest in coins and then just see how they went. And last year, it really took off. And so once that happened, I was like, oh, well, I guess I should invest in it too. So I definitely did not like have the moonshot that he had, but
Hmm.
I was able to invest in it and then start the journey of looking into the Pulse Chain network and just all of those amazing features that it has.
Awesome. Very cool. All right. So let's see. Go ahead. And there's another question that I'm going to add that I didn't send to you. Um, so I'll ask that separately. This is more going to be about like your current projects in the crypto space, like in terms of your videos and what you're doing on social media. So tell us a little bit about that. Like what is your goal right now with the videos that you're doing? Do you have any other like interesting projects that you're like excited about? So just tell us what you're
Yeah.
doing.
So I just did a video on what sacrifices are open still for everything in the Pulse Chain ecosystem. And so that has been very interesting, just going into that. And I've had a lot of people contact me from the different projects. So I'm excited. My next goal moving forward on that is to maybe do a deeper dive on sacrifices that have closed and sacrifices that are currently open and just what their projects are. So, like liquid loans, Mintra, internet money. Someone reached out to me on the Pulse Lorian dev team. And so I'm going to do more research on that. And then also Power City. So those are kind of like my big ones that I'm going to start looking into and doing videos on. And then I also want to go in and do some tutorials on Hedron.
Great. That's excellent. And that content is so needed because there's, at least for someone like myself who I've been in for about almost a year now, and I definitely tend to lean more towards very like hex centric content just because that's what I know and that's how I got in and that's what I'm used to. So
Mhm.
all of these new coins and new, things that are being built on the Pulse chain, it's a little overwhelming because there's so many
Ah,
projects. Yeah, and it's like, okay, well, how do you know who to trust and like who's really doing good here in this space? And that's always, hard to navigate. So it's great that you're bringing, more eyes to those projects so we can really look into it and see what's going on. I have sacrificed for a few like liquid loans, Mintra.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah, I claimed my Hedron,
good.
minted a little bit too, just to play around with it and figure it out.
Yeah, totally.
Awesome. All right, so next question. If you would please share a quote, mantra, saying, or a song that uplifts you, just something to bring a little love and joy into the world.
Yeah, so I woke up super early this morning. I don't know why, but just out of the blue, I woke up and I thought of this and I was like, okay, that's what I'm going to share. So, uh, we are in this space and we are in an opportunity that, most people do not ever get in a lifetime, right? And like, this is an opportunity of 1,000 years. And so I thought of this and Jesus in the Bible talks about the giving widow and how all of these like really rich people gave loads and loads of money, but she gave all that she had. She gave 2 copper coins.
Mhm.
And so I just wanted to add that like as all of us grow in wealth and richness from all of this is just like focusing on always being as generous as we can, because we have this opportunity and we get to bless other people through it. So that's what I wanted to share, is just that like we have that opportunity to be so generous, and so we might as well be, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. That is beautiful. So I remember that story. It's a long time since I've heard that one, but yeah, absolutely. She gave all she had, and that
Yeah.
that was the greater sacrifice.
Mhm.
Very cool. Do you know, or have you followed at all Crypto Heartbeat?
Oh, I've heard of Crypto Heartbeat.
You gotta check into some of his streams and stuff. So he's doing
Okay.
something called the Compassion Cartel.
Oh,
And yeah, and it's his
I'm gonna write this
goal
down.
was to get, yeah, Compassion Cartel. He wanted to get, I think he wanted to get 5,555 hexagons, or people in the crypto space, to commit to donating a small percentage, or like a certain amount of hex, or a certain amount of their bags every
Mhm.
month, to a pool. And that pool is basically going to go towards helping people. So
Mhm.
yeah, love that guy, super charitable.
Oh,
Like,
cool.
you guys are definitely on the same page with that kind of heart. Like, and I
Yeah.
love that his name is Crypto Heartbeat. It's
Yeah.
very fitting. So yeah, definitely, I'm sure he'll want to check you out and interview you at some time too. He's also great at that. Like, he's very uplifting, bringing a lot of attention to newer people in this space as well. So
Awesome.
sweet, I love that. Okay, I'm gonna ask my other question before I do this last one. What are some things, if you want to, what would you like to share with us about your life outside of the crypto space? Like, in fact, and D-Raj had asked this question. So he said, "What is fashion coding?" So maybe tell us a little bit about your name, and how that originated, and how are you known outside of the space, and anything you want to share, hobbies, interests.
Yeah,
It's all about
totally.
you.
Awesome. So I got my bachelor's degree in computer science. So I was a software developer for a little while, and that was really cool. I got to code. I've been in the tech world for over 10 years now, actually, and that's always been something that I've been super passionate about. So that's like the coder part of that. And then I have always loved clothing. Like my first memory is of a pair of shoes that I had when I was like 4. So clothing like has always been something that's been like a big thing for me because I've always loved it. And so that's where FashionCoder came from, is just that I used to be a coder and now I love clothing. So FashionCoder. And so I felt like that was very fitting for me. And it still is because I'm still in that tech space. Once I became a software developer, I decided I didn't really like it, that there was just a lack of something, right? And so I went back to school and got my master's degree. And so I got an MBA in IT management, and I currently work as a product owner for a tech company. And what that means is I'm basically the liaison between like the customer, like business side of a company, and the software development team. So I don't manage a team or anything, but I'm over a product and I have say over this product. And so I basically manage an object and like just make sure that the developers are doing what they need to do and that we're meeting business requirements, but also that business requirements aren't crazy, like insane in a way that the developers can't do it. So that is kind of like my background in work. Is I do have a lot of experience in technology, which is so cool. Like I love tech, and I think that's why I like crypto so much, is because I've been able to, see the use of it. And even my current company right now, we just acquired another company and they use the blockchain within like clothing. It's really cool. And so it's definitely something that I'm passionate about. And so like just marrying all the things that I really like together. And then let's see, outside of work, I have 4 sisters and they are definitely my best friends. Love them so much and love doing things with them. So I'm usually out with them, but love to travel. And I think my favorite like hobby is probably paddleboarding. I have the
Nice.
cutest stand-up paddleboard. And yeah, I really like doing that in the summer. It's cold right here I'm also from Utah. There's snow outside right now in Utah.
That's
um
tripping me out. The weather differences across the country right now. It's going to be like 92 degrees. I'm in Texas.
oh,
So, yeah.
yeah, it's freezing here.
So I want to I want to bring a little something up. I don't know if you how much you know about it, but that was really interesting that you said that there's this fashion company that's working with the blockchain. How much do you know about that, or can you expand on that a little bit? Like how they're
Yeah.
utilizing the blockchain?
Yes. So they basically, what they do is they track a life cycle of a product. And so there are some clothing companies that have gone in, and even from like the first time, like there's a first stitch sewn or like the fabrics bought, every single like point of interaction is tracked. So you know exactly where your product's coming from, and you know if it's an authentic piece, which I think is really cool because, like with this whole, just all the eco-friendly clothing lines, could be really important to them as well as other ones too, that everything that they're sourcing for their products is actually coming from like an eco-friendly place, or it is being made by the people that they're paying for it to be made. So there's a lot of value in it because it shows that whole line of from start to finish.
That is super cool. That's just to me when I started looking into to understand better for myself, I started to try and figure out like, okay, what is the blockchain? Like, I get Hex. Like I came into this space with Hex. So it's like, okay, I
Yeah.
understand how that works. But what are the other implications of this blockchain technology? And I did this little video. It's a slow going series, but I'm also doing this crypto ABCs series to try and introduce people to the terms within the crypto space because it's a whole different language. There is so much that it's
Yeah.
just what's a DAO? What is airdrop? Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I did the B for blockchain video, and I didn't realize. I mean, people are applying this to medical, to real estate, to fashion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are so many different amazing uses of this technology. So that was really cool to hear the way that a fashion company is using it. That's fantastic.
Right? Oh my gosh, it's so neat. And just like the life cycle of other products too, and just with brand integrity. Yeah, it's awesome.
Fantastic. Well, we don't got too much too much more here. It's funny, these streams are a lot shorter than I think they're gonna be, but that's fine. That's, people like short, simple content. So yeah, the last couple questions. The first one is where can we find you? You can see everyone on the thumbnail of this video, and I believe I put it in the description as well. All her links are there, but go ahead and tell the crowd where they can find you at.
Yes. So let's see. So on YouTube, I'm FashionCoder. And then on Twitter, it's at FashionCoder6. And then Instagram, it's at FashionCoder_. And yeah, I think that's about it. And then if you go into any of those pages, I do have a link tree that you can go in and see all my links to all my pages.
Fantastic. And then our last bonus question. And you had told me that we spoke a little bit earlier. Oh wait, let me just real quick give Rachel some props right here because yesterday I was just like, your streams look so good, and you've got all this like really cool like ways that you're applying like your phone and this and that. So she was just a sweetheart and spent like a good chunk of time yesterday helping me figure out a few things for my own my own good. So I
Oh, it's
appreciate that a
so
whole bunch.
easy. Glad I could help.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. And we had, you had mentioned that you really only started learning about Richard Hart a few months ago. But of what you know, from what you know so far, what do you love the most about this guy?
Okay, yeah. I think what I love most about him is he's unapologetically himself.
Mm,
And he's going to be himself through and through. And I think that really like speaks on his character, that like him being so kind in everything that he does is crazy with like, who he is and what he's done. And so I think he's just himself. And that's great.
yep, absolutely. Yeah, unapologetically. I love that. Well, that is it. I am so grateful that you took the time to come on here. I'm hopeful that this increases your viewership a little bit. Y'all go like and subscribe to Fashion Coder. Thank you so much for joining us. Any last words?
Oh, thank you so much for having me. You're so sweet. And I'm so glad that we've been able to connect over all of this, and just glad to have another friend in this community.
Yeah, absolutely. I that's been such just like such a like blanket of love and wonder here. I feel just so accepted and encouraged by this community. So many different streamers I've heard just over and over and over again. And I'll stress this on every stream I do, y'all. If you want to do content, if you're even thinking, maybe I could contribute this or that, do it. Even if someone else is doing a stream that's similar, like I'm not the only one promoting women. Like there's like, I forget the names of them, but there's different streams where it's, all women, and we need more. We need more of it. Whatever you think you want to do that you can contribute, please do it, because this community is growing. We need more people to, spread the word about, what we're doing here, why this is such a good investment, why we're so excited about Pulse Chain and what's going on right now. So do not fear, and if you have questions, reach out. There, so many people we're here, we're available. So I'll answer. She'll answer. We got this.
Yeah, I will.
Awesome. Well, thank you again so much. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thanks for everyone on the replay. You're much appreciated. Have a lovely rest of your day, y'all.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye.